Like everyone has said here today, the Post Office Network, and I'm delighted to be having this conversation and to see that there's such enthusiasm for this debate, and when all of us speak so warmly and fondly when we mention the postal services, because the Post Office Network has traditionally played a special and significant role in all of our Irish lives from before and from the foundation of our state. The local post office holds a special place, which we can see here in people's affections, and the services, I suppose, that are provided, like we've all said, goes way beyond the realm of posting letters and parcels. And this network allows people who might otherwise be excluded from participation in an increasingly digital and impersonal economy to actually fully participate as citizens in their local communities. They allow people who don't have bank accounts to do their financial transactions, to pay their utility bills, but also to payment of certain essential bills which keep us running of the state, including property taxes and TV licence. And it also allows those who can't engage with banking and bills to pay on and paying online, that they can't do it, to actually, like we've heard here tonight, that actually postmasters often help people, older people in particularly, to use with their financial transactions. We see the passport application, payment to fine, and the list goes on and on and on. We all know that Bank of Ireland, this was spoken about earlier, Ulster Bank and AIB have closed branches all over the country, which leaves an awful lot of villages and towns without a financial institution. But most significantly of all, I suppose, that when we're talking about the role of the Post Office is its role in circulating 7 billion in actual cash into communities every year. This is money that is paid out in welfare benefits to people who are living on low incomes, pensioners, people with disabilities, and those people who are unable to work. Some of the most vulnerable members of our society find their economic lifeline in the post offices, and I pointed out in this House many occasions the particular impact that those on low incomes have both upon the local and national economy is disproportionate. Money that is received locally by people who have a lower income spend it locally. And these, I suppose, support local sustainable business, micro enterprise and social enterprises in local communities. But going on, I suppose, moving back to this, beyond the realm of the financial role within post offices, is looking at the social role, the social life of many people have, which has come up here many times tonight. In many rural towns and villages, a trip to the post office to receive a hard-earned pension and to pay the bills is often followed by a trip to the local shop. Each of these interactions helps to keep people physically and mentally healthy. Each of these interactions has an impact on keeping older people in their own homes for longer. A report that we've all spoken again about, produced by Grant Thornton for the Irish Postmasters Union, estimates that the social and economic value of the Post Office network to be 344 to 777 million per year, and asserts that it can be maintained at a cost of just 15 million per year. So but it's sadly, like we've said here, that we need to seek. I'm delighted that there is such enthusiasm from the government, but unfortunately the evidence to suggest that in the last 10 years, 31 post offices, and you know, Minister, this is in your own area as well, have closed in the northwest of Ireland, 4 in Leitrim, 8 in Sligo, and a staggering 19 in Donegal. And many rural villages and communities are now left without a post office, which leaves a gaping gap in those villages for older people and for people that their lifeblood or their lifeline to other in social interactions is gone. If we fail to provide this, it is a very relatively small amount of funding which will help to sustain the independent individual enterprises which make up the network. We risk seeing what the Grant Thornton report called rapid unrestrained closures, which will cause irreparable financial, economic and social harm. But I am heartened again to see that the government recognise the value of the post office network and commit to funding this vital economic and social network to 2030. But the Post Office Network Union, who I was very happy to meet and delighted to meet, that they have evolved and they've responded as we're changing in an ever-changing world. So, their needs need to be responded to, but not with enthusiasm and in compassion, but their efforts need to be celebrated, but they also need to be supported, and we need to listen to what exactly their needs are. So I hope that the government will fulfil its promise and commit to a minimum of 15 million. Thank you.